storm.
Scope of coverage you won't find anywhere else. This is Weather Scope Tonight.
All the ingredients are coming together for a major winter storm in the Northeast. By this time tomorrow, a foot of snow could be on the ground in Boston and New York and Hartford, just to mention a few cities in the Northeast. Good evening, I'm Gene Rubin.
And I'm Declan Kent, and we'll also take a look at what the weather will be like for the troops headed to Bosnia. But first, we'll concentrate on a major storm heading towards the Northeast. The impact of that storm has already been felt around Beaumont, Texas. Southeast of Beaumont, around the town of Nederland, residents faced cleanup chores today after high water crept into their homes. 30 homes in the area reported flood problems after receiving nearly 9 inches of rain since Sunday. As the storm moved eastward, it continued to dump heavy rain across the region. The storm also brought miserable conditions to many places in the south, including Nolens. Heavy rain pounded the city as large thunderstorms swept through the area. Lightning lit up the skies over Bourbon Street. Nearly 2 inches of rain around town, but more is expected as the cold front sweeps through later on tonight. On the backside of the storm, freezing rain created treacherous driving conditions in the Wichita area. Road crews were kept busy sanding the icy roads as frozen precipitation fell throughout the day. The ice did create a pretty wintry scene as it coated everything in its path. Freezing rain changing over to snow late this afternoon, and there should be some accumulation as we head into the nighttime. In fact, the snow has picked up a little bit out at the Air Force Base in Wichita. The visibility is dropping down to about a half a mile, indicating the snow intensity picking up. There's Wichita at the center of your screen. You head east of town, you're back into the rain. It looks a little heavy over here in southwestern Missouri, south of Columbia. I believe that's 44 as you're heading down into the southwest part of the state. Going to be a tough commute or a tough time traveling over southern Missouri with all the moisture coming in this evening. Now, here's the satellite view. Very large thunderstorms, as we mentioned, bombing the south, the Gulf Coast. We've had reports of 4 to 8 inches of rain, even as much as 10 inches of rain in parts of southwest Alabama from tremendous thunderstorms, rain coming down at the rate of 2 to 3 inches per hour. We still have the threat for severe weather as we head into late this evening. That's a tornado watch behind me for Alabama, parts of the Florida Panhandle, and southeast Mississippi. Now, if you look at the current weather map, the area of lowest pressure can be found over southern Arkansas, heading northeast along that trough. It's kind of a weakness in the atmosphere, but that's pretty much pointing the direction in which that low will travel. The cold front is through central Louisiana. Bring it on through. Let's get it east of Nolens so we can start to dry things out just a little bit. But some very heavy rain, even some claps of thunder being heard as you head into northwestern and west central Georgia. Now, you can see the rain progressing steadily from Mississippi earlier today through the state, through Alabama, now coming into western Georgia. If you live in Georgia, this batch of rain will probably take a good 6 to 8 hours to push on through, maybe a little longer. Then we head north and we're getting some light frozen precipitation, some sleet, freezing rain, and some snow right on the northern fringe of the system across northern Ohio, so some slick driving expected tonight. The high pressure to the north is doing its job, supplying some of that colder air as you come in from Canada and head towards New York City. What's going on with the storm? Well, the way we see it is the storm,
again, except for some very dense fog around Yellowstone County in the south central parts of Montana, things are pretty quiet in Montana. And again, a few light rain, snow showers northwest and over central California due to that area of low pressure. Temperatures at this hour in the west look like this: 45 in Seattle with cloudy skies, 14 chilly in Cut Bank, 34 Salt Lake City, and a relatively mild 60 in San Diego.
Turning to international.